Okay, so we talked about chipping, pitch and run, and a high approach. High approach we didn't go through too much. Okay, so my suggestion is you chip like you putt, which is the easiest stroke in golf. If this area here called the fringe is cut short, putt it. If you can't, you've got to chip it over it. So you want to chip it to a comfortable position on the green. Okay, and just making sure you cover the fringe completely. You use your putting grip, which is I recommend the reverse overlap grip. Okay, put your thumbs wherever you want. All right, and in the long run, I don't recommend any grip. In the short run, I recommend that you try this. Okay, because there's so many individual things in putting. And also, we need to have a putting lesson. Make sure we have a putting lesson. Very important to have a putting lesson. Have we ever had one?
We covered
Long
it for
time
like
ago?
10 minutes.
Okay, we need to do a whole half hour on putting. Soon. Before the summer. Okay? Before you golf. Because there's some important things we need to discuss. So, there is a rule of thumb. The more the ball is on the ground, the easier it is to control. So remember that. Okay, so you put most of your weight. I tend to play the ball in the middle. I don't care where you play it. Put most of the weight. Just remember, you have to descend into the ball. Put most of your weight on your left foot. I would have this angled slightly forward. Put the heel, arch the club up, put the heel of the club off the ground, and then just putt the ball. But watch the little pop I give it. That's good. See? Pop and stop. Okay? Because there's nothing wrong with accelerating in this shot. Let's watch you. Okay, here we go. Chipping. Get a ball there. Get me out of the way. Okay, let's just look at your form. Okay, so let's see. The backstroke distance is correct, and I don't see the. I don't see a pop. I think, and also I see the head of the club kind of chasing too far that way.
To the left. Well, to the outside.
Yeah, it's going out past these 3 points. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Going out here. Doesn't need to. That's because you're not. Your stroke isn't sharp. And that will help you a lot to make your stroke sharper. Okay. So that's about all there is to chipping. Okay. Pitch and run. So you want to hit the ball 60 yards. Under a tree branch. Just one scenario. Could be lots of scenarios. And what I notice when you do it is you have a little bit of leg action. Just a little bit of a rocking, but not much. See that little bit of rocking? So it's almost like, okay, over and through. Okay. Let me show you myself do it. This is what I'm going to suggest you do. And again, I just think what I'm seeing is I'm not seeing enough sharpness in your strokes. Okay, so watch. Now watch the little pop. And I very much an advocate of really controlling the triangle and making the triangle, making your left arm and the shaft a straight line, especially on your short shots. Okay? That would be slightly exaggerated on a longer shot, but it's a really good thing to practice. And your next shot's just basically a shot where, see how you do this, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Really got to learn to trust what you do. I find if I keep my eyes down and I hear the ball hit the green, I always hit it closer to the hole. And I don't, it's that less movement. Everybody's anxious. Okay? So this is that one I looked on too. Okay, so I'm going to suggest on these shots that, number one, you've got to start looking at where do I want to land the ball? There.
Right.
Okay? And if you're going to hit, you could take a chance and hit an 8 or 9 iron and land it there, but I don't think that's the smart shot. Right. So you take a sandwich. Now, first thing you did was put it off your back foot. I'm going, he just turned a lob wedge into a 9 iron. So that doesn't make sense. So use common sense.
Yeah.
If you're going to use a 60, let the loft work. So you want to make the ball land here. So I have to fly this 11 yards, 33 feet, and it's going to land at a certain softness and release to the hole. Okay? Well, then you tried it from the middle and you landed it at the hole. Okay, so the feel wasn't there.
Right.
But just, I think the most important thing is to analyze the situation properly and then learn to play the shot. Okay, questions?